Welcome to the Professionalist Real Estate Investing Podcast with your host, Tony Jacobs. This podcast is not just about making money. It's about creating a legacy that stands the test of time. From analyzing market trends to mastering negotiation skills, we will leave no stone unturned as we guide you through different stages of real estate investing. We will bring on industry leaders and share stories from the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. So now, it's time to level up your real estate game. And there's no better way to do it than right here with us at the Professionalist Real Estate Investing Podcast.
Welcome back to the Professionalist Real Estate Investing Podcast. I wanted to get a little bit deeper into the mobile home park. I had a great interview, as you can tell, with Frank Rizzo. That was very informative, especially with helping us with the shortage of the home crisis here, especially here in the United States. And I think it's a golden gem, especially with the mobile homes, how to get into it, how to help you with investing into it and broaden your horizon with real estate investing. So a lot of people, I'm going to bring some stats out to help you out even more to think about to invest in real estate investing and the part of the mobile sector of mobile homes. Did you know that over 44,000 mobile home parks in the U.S. alone reside here in this country? A lot of people don't know that. And this is housing more than 20 million residents. There's always this perception that mobile home parks are kind of like trashy or not good to be in. No, there is some beautiful mobile home parks. I know, for instance, I used to deliver appliances, and I remember I went to this mobile home park. It was really nice. And the individual told me that the mobile home was trash. The mobile home park, not the mobile home park itself, but the mobile home itself. And then they restructured and redid everything to it. And then now it looks immaculate. So mobile home is definitely a gem to get into. But we're going to bring up some more information here too, because I wanted to do an extended part of this because there was just so much information that Frank had. And I just want to bring out some stats and numbers to help people out right here too. So in 2024, there was about a little bit over 103,000 new manufactured homes that were shipped in the United States. That's a 15% increase from 2023. Shows you that the momentum is going up in the market with mobile homes. Now, which states? Now, there is states that are very prone to having a whole lot of mobile home parks. And there's some, it just deals with the regulation and the zoning and everything with that when it comes to that. Now, the states that are really good with mobile homes or is Texas. Texas, like they say, is a whole nother country. And Texas, last year, they shipped out 17,000 shipments of mobile homes just in that state alone. And then last year, they're saying that Louisiana, Florida, Alabama, and North Carolina round out the top 5, which is amazing because if you can see, and when I was talking about like zoning and everything, most of these are from Texas to the southern states. And I tell people that too. If you, any type of real estate that you get into, look into those states that are, I say, rent friendly, rent investment wise, that they're friendly also. And you can prosper so much just by that alone. Now, when you look over the overall housing, this is probably one of the best ones to get into. You got to think of like the overhead and everything. Like, how is this going to be beneficial to help me out when dealing with this? Now, mobile home parks consistently, they deliver higher cap rates more than multifamily. On the average, you'll see between 7 to 10% cap rates, which is compared to the 5 to 6 that usually comes from the multifamily, depending on what type of mobile multifamily that you're in. So it's just always going to be about what you need to do. And this is a good thing for us to get into also because why? Because I don't know what the stat is now, but I know it was our housing market was between 7 to 9 to 9 million homes that need to be done. And I know a lot of people right now, they're doing the best they can to help out the situation, especially with the, I've done a podcast about the ADUs. If you're ADU friendly state, go about it. And you can go route that way too. Now with the mobile home parks, the beauty of it is there's a few things. Like a turnover is low. Residents, they stay put. You want residents that stay put. You actually do. It helps everything out. So when a person comes in to rent a house, they see it, they start renting it. Time goes by. You take care of that tenant is going to take care of you. That's what I was always taught. And it's true because you don't want to be that landlord, get a call from a tenant, hey, I need this possibly fixed. And then down the road, 2 months down the road, oh, I'll get to it. That you got to have that good, strong communication, especially with your tenants, because it can go a long ways. They can help you out in so much because you got to think of it, that area is your investment, but that's where they stay and live. That's where they reside at, which you're helping each other out. So it says moving mobile home costs between $5,000 or end up to $10,000, which means tenants rarely move. Combine that with affordable rents, you've got incredible retention rate. So this is just a rough estimate, but it depends where it's at. But always do your due diligence to find out the history of the mobile home park and see if it's going to be adapted, it's going to be better for you and your lifestyle. Because there is some mobile home parks that only deal with seniors, 55 and older. But there is mobile home parks that deal with any age group. Now, when it comes to the barriers and zoning policy that I was talking about, that's huge. So take for New York, for example, Yankees. The state has about 192,000 manufactured housing units, which make up about 2.4 of the housing in the state of New York. But rural counties, manufacturers can represent up to 10 to 15% more. So you actually find more of the mobile home parks in rural areas or small towns. That's where you'll find them at. And you, like I said, you want to, so for example, it says Colorado and Oregon have considered or passed laws limiting rent increases for remanufactured lots. And it's a touchy thing when it comes to it because it helps out with housing. But like I said, the zoning, the rent, a lot of things play in a factor when it comes to the mobile homes. But I found it's an easier sector to work at when it comes to mobile homes because you don't have to deal so much when, if you buy a house. Mobile homes, they have their inspection, but it's not an inspection like a house does. A house, they go the thorough inspection of the roof, of the plumbing, anything that can be, they just want to make sure everything is up to par. HVAC system, they want to make everything's up to par. But in a mobile home, since it's more of a kind of confined unit, that is like the best bet for a lot of people. And the rents are usually way affordable for them to have. Now, like I was talking about residents and communities, it says the surveyor from the MH Insider, they found that 85% of the remanufactured home owners are satisfied with their housing, which is higher than many other housing types, just like I was talking about. Because like I said, you take care of your residents, they're going to take care of you. Why would they move for? They're in a great situation.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In the fast-paced world of real estate, success hinges on information. Introducing PropStream, your all-in-one real estate solution.
No way.
Find properties, analyze markets, and generate leads effortlessly. With PropStream, you're always one step ahead. Access at any time, anywhere, and watch your business thrive. Don't miss out on the future of real estate. Get started with PropStream today. Visit trial.propstreampro.com/Tony Jacobs for a 7-day free trial and revolutionize your real estate game. PropStream, your key to real estate success. Don't wait. Start now.
And so the demographics is shifting toward it also. It says, while retirees still make up a big portion of residents, more young families and even first-time buyers are choosing remanufactured homes as a way to fight back against rising housing costs, which is very true. The new generation, a lot of them, their goal is to buy a house. Now, well, can they afford it? That's the main problem, the down payment. But as I tell people, especially with mortgage, there's so many different programs that you can use. And when it comes to the mortgage amount and everything, I always tell people, get a dependable mortgage lender or loan officer and to find out what you're going to be qualified for. And why not use a mobile home? The traditional thing is usually always a house. But if you can't afford a house, you can get a mobile home. That's a house too. It's always about what's going to be best for you. You don't want to be so far in debt that you just have to kill yourself just to pay the rent. So the sector of mobile homes is definitely a gem for a lot of people to use. Now, getting started, especially with investors, the sweet spot, they said for new investors, get that between that 20 and 50 lots, depending on where you're at, especially in your real estate journey, because that's a good amount. And it's not like it's homes, like a home here and a home here, a home on the other side of town. They're all together as one. So your due diligence checklist, it should include occupancy rate, like how long are the individuals staying there. Like I said, that turnover is really low. I have never come across a mobile home park that the turnover rate was large. And if it was large, that because there was a lot of crime, little different activities that were going on that they didn't want their family to be a part of. So that's about the only reason I've seen of that. But there could be plenty other reasons also. It says utility hookups, city, water, sewer are safer than private septic. Yeah, that's a huge one, because when you deal with your home, you're dealing with more. You're dealing with a bigger space. With the mobile home, you're building, like I said, you're dealing with a structured lot. You're dealing with a lot also with the home, but the structured lot of the mobile home park is way smaller. So that's going to be a huge plus. Road infrastructure and condition. That is definitely a big one too. The reason why I said definitely is a huge one, because there's a lot of mobile home parks that I've gone through that the roads are not always kept up the best. That's something to look at too. But then I've been to some mobile home parks where the road infrastructure was immaculate. So it's going to depend on, like I said, what's going to be best for your benefit in life. If people are not trying to move every 5 to 10 years, they're trying to stay as long as possible, especially in the condition and the rate of our economy is right now. People want to stay put. They want to be affordable with their rent, affordable with everything from food, clothing, shelter, everything. So the red flags, it says, watch out for parks with lots of vacant pads. Plus, right there, don't definitely watch that, because that shows a lot also. And it also says aging septic systems without permits or too many park-owned homes. Now, the interesting thing when they said about the aging septic, that's true, because And I tell people something that you don't see is septic. Septic is one of those parts where people just like, okay, they have somebody check it for them. But if it's not up to par, if it's not up to code, no, don't go into that environment right there. Now, looking forward, the demand isn't slowing down. It's just affordable housing remains one of the nation's greatest needs, which is true. Like I said, back months ago, it was between 7 and 9 million that our housing crisis is in right now. It says institutions will continue consolidating, but that opens opportunity in secondary markets, especially in the Midwest and the Sunbelt and the South. All that area right there, that's an amazing spot. No matter what type of real estate investing that you're doing, that is a great spot to get into. Now, mobile home investing in that shows affordable housing, strong occupancy, steady cash flow, and incredible long-term demand, which is needed. And just remember this, 44,000 mobile home parks across America. This right here alone, mobile home parks is, like I said, it's one of those gems that a lot of people don't talk about. And it's a need because right now the housing market is right now, the interest rate right now here in the month of September, the interest rate went down a quarter. Should be going down more. They said probably 2 more times, maybe this year. But I would say if anybody wanted to start, mobile home parks is a huge asset. You don't always have to do homes like everybody else does. It's just going to be to your need and your desire how to go about get into it, because it's actually not. It's fairly easy to get into. As Frank Rizzo, like that podcast is amazing. All the gems and everything. I mean, he's a seasoned vet. He's been doing this for 20 plus years in New York. He brings out a whole lot of gems that's needed. Now, another thing I want to talk about too, off the side of it, is actually when it deals with real estate investing itself. I was talking to an individual and he was asking me when is the best time to invest in real estate investing. I said anytime. Everything deals with the dollar. It deals with how much. What is your goal? What is your agenda? What is needed to get you in the right spot to either offset your taxes or to if you want to retire from your 9-to-5 job, what is needed. My boy Rocky, he's still looking as to this very day. We came across one, and I tell people too, especially with real estate investing, also make sure you have a strong communication with the other side. We was looking at a duplex. It was perfect duplex and everything, and I got at the real estate agent, and the communication wasn't the best of ties. And I think that as real estate agent, just like me, we need to do better, especially with communication, because there's people out there who want to invest. They have money. They want to invest. They have goals in life. Like I said, they want to quit their 9-to-5 job, or they want to offset their taxes. So as a real estate agent, and I do my best at this too, definitely have strong communication that's needed to help out the people that we help out with. Rocky's a close friend of mine, and we stay in great communication. Speaking of which, our last podcast, it's done amazing. It's got over 3,000 views. It's basically kind of like the DNA of real estate investing from A to Z, basically. My other compadre, Mr. Marcus Harvey, he's out on the coast. He's working on some things out there too. And I want to thank everybody in itself. It's a little shout out to everyone for always checking out the Professional Real Estate Investing podcast. I have interviews coming up. I'm going to be doing a lot of solo things too, because Marcus, like I say, he's out on the coast. He's working on some things, and my other compadre, Mr. Rocky, he has things going on too. He works at his job and with the family and everything. So I'm not around him a whole lot, but we always stay in close communication. And I would like to also speak to the ones out there who have followed me since day one. It's been a journey. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep on going. If a person wants to be on the podcast, they can go to the website, professionalsrealestateinvesting.com. You can send me an email, and I always look forward to talking to people, to expanding their horizon. I'm around people who don't know anything about real estate investing, and then when I speak to them, they're like, I had no idea. I tell them ways to how they can offset their taxes. You got to think, people get upset about people making a lot of money, and especially nowadays. And I'm like, well, how are they making a lot of money? Were they in a position to make money? Did they go for the schooling? Don't knock that person for making money, because someone had to pave the way for them to get to where they had to be at. So real estate investing, like, you can make so much money in it, but the blueprint of it is the government allows it to happen. Why? Because the government wrote the tax book. So real estate investing is one of those engines that you can offset your taxes like no other, from short-term rental to long-term rental. Carlton Dennis, I listen to him, watch him, everything. I love his new podcast with Mr. Omar. I've watched it 5 times, and he has gems on there. I don't mind if I'm promoting his channel, his podcast, because there's people out there that have more knowledge than me. I'm just out there just giving everybody the gift of gab to the structure of real estate investing, because I've been in it since 2020, since COVID and pandemic. Well, Carlton, he has all types of, he is that guy. If you want to listen about tax strategy, he is that guy I think people should follow, because I've learned a lot from him. I've learned a lot, period, on my own, but he breaks it down very simple, and that's his niche right there. So make sure when it comes to real estate investing that you know what your why is. A lot of people, they's like, oh, okay, here's what we do. But what's behind your why? That's where you have to sit down and you have to think about, okay, what am I going to do? What's my structure? How am I going to go about to change my life? Do I help this out with? Will this help out with my kids going to college, if they want to go to college, or if they want to start up their own business, or if mom and dad want to retire, or dad wants to retire and she's at home with the kids and she can be a real estate professionalist, offset the taxes. That's a whole nother thing. I think the professional real estate professional that the government gives, I think that's a gem right there in itself. That I'll have to do a little segment about that one. That definitely is a why, because right now in the economy that we have right now, there's a lot of homes, and I'm really seeing that. I've been studying a lot lately, almost every night, that there is so many people that can't afford homes. There are so many people who are foreclosed homes right now, and they can't afford it. I've seen some with Marcus. We've already studied some all over the place, where the people's mortgage is $700-800 for the mortgage, and they can't afford it. So something has to get done. Right down from where I live right now, there's a house that's about to be foreclosed. I have a friend a couple towns away from me. His next door neighbor house is foreclosed. There's something needs to happen to change all this, because there's so many pre-foreclosures. So many pre-foreclosures into the status of foreclosed that people are living in their homes. I have a quick story about that. There was actually one time I worked with a patient, and I found out a story about how she was sick. She was in the hospital, but before she came into the hospital, she was sitting in her house, and all of a sudden, her door is unlocked. It opens up, and she looked and turned around. She goes, "Hey, who are you?" And she goes, "Who are we? We just bought this house. This house was foreclosed." And when I heard the story, I was like, "What?" So she never opened or answered her phone. Definitely not open any letters that was sent to her house to know that her house was already in a foreclosed state. And that's how she lost her house. So something has to be done about these foreclosures. And I know one gym that's being done, it's been around since so long, but now most real estate agents don't know about it. I do know this because I've talked to agents, and they like, "What is that?" Mr. Pace, Mr. Sub 2. Sub 2 financing is amazing. I actually sent a letter to a person down in Orange County because they were behind. They were behind. I couldn't tell what type of judgment it was. The house is clear and paid for, but some type of judgment was on it, and they only owed, I believe, $11,000. And I was going to help them with the sub 2, but they never responded. So people need to know and be aware when that foreclosure state happens, it's going to happen. Like the courts are going to be like, okay, I know a little bit about the process of foreclosure because that's how, when I started and met my mentor, Ed, back in the day, I met him there, and that's what he was there for. There's a gentleman I've always said this for. He looks like one of the members from ZZ Top, and he had all the paperwork and everything. And basically, when you get to the courthouse, you have to have all the cashier's checks ready. So whatever house that you're bidding on foreclosed, you have to have that amount. If it exceeds that amount, the court will refund your money. But you have to have all that money, all those money orders, cashier checks at that time of sale. And then when it's sell, then you go into the courthouse, it gets recorded, bam, it's your place. But something, like I said, something has to be done with it. The foreclosures, I know a lot of people have been getting into it. I actually had a person who used to be an ex-sheriff. Right now he's doing investing by himself, but he actually helped me. I helped him. He helped me. We was going to help each other with this foreclosed place. But the lady, like I said, people think that nothing's going to happen. Yes, something's going to happen. That's why it takes a while for a house to get foreclosed. It takes time to get a house to get foreclosed. And I don't like to see no one losing their place, especially for a person who is a widow, who just having financial problems, because everyone has some way or another financial problems, especially in this day and time that we live in. So I wanted to say that those right there, yeah, the foreclose, and it's a good way to get in real estate investing too. So, I mean, that's exactly, it is a way, but I hate the part of you have to go through that people have to go through that. And like I said, it takes time. And if you need help, get help, because there's always different types of programs. I'm learning about the programs myself. Actually, I just finished my course, and I'm going to be scheduling soon my mortgage loan test. I heard it's pretty difficult, but I love a challenge. And that's another part. I'm just going to broaden up my horizon too, with all the different programs, and teach people about what type of loans they can get into, because there's several different loans people can get out there. Like, it's not always your conventional loan. No, there's all different types of programs, first time buyer programs. I want to bring that out to people, let them know. hey, you can do this, you can do that. You don't always have to do the norm. There's all these programs out there. And the reason why is because they have it for us to use. And I like to tell people and broaden their horizon, like, hey, you can use this or you can use this. You always have options. Options is always the best thing to have, because if one falls, you have another option. You get it. I tell somebody, have an A, B, C, and D plan. Why? Because it's not going to eventually ever go down to D, but at least you have those steps. You have everything that you need beforehand. So, yeah, so I just want to just elaborate a little bit more on thank you everybody for staying, elaborate more on the mobile home park. It was huge, great interview with Frank. I just want to bring out a little bit of more stats, the state of the right now, what's going on, like the mortgage rate. We just went down a quarter. It's probably going to go, they're talking about 2 more times before the end of 2025. I love and appreciate everybody that listens. I do have more episodes coming out. I will be doing more interviews, solo by myself. This is my first solo one, but I'm going to be doing more and having some slide presentations. And I'm going to change it up. Like I said, this kind of puts me full court pressure now, because me and my boy Marcus, we used to be kind of like on a regular basis, but like I said, he's on the coast. He's working on some things with real estate, and it brings me more. So hey, I got to step this game up. Got to get everything going. If like and subscribe to the Professionals Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, you name it, it's on there. And if you want to be on the podcast, go to the Professionals Real Estate Investing Podcast. I should say Professionals Real Estate Investing, professionalsrealestateinvesting.com. You go on that, submit me a form on there and everything, and I will get back in touch with you ASAP. And on that note, I want everybody to have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed month. I appreciate you, and everybody take care of yourselves and love each other. That's what we need around this world right now, a whole lot of love. All right, thank you. Peace.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let's make it happen together. Are you ready to find your dream home, sell your property for top dollar, or take your first step into real estate investing? Tony Jacobs, a dedicated real estate professional with eXp Realty in Northern California, specializes in helping individuals and families achieve their real estate goals. Whether you're searching for the perfect property, selling your home quickly and efficiently, or building wealth through strategic real estate investments, he is here to guide you every step of the way. With his expertise, market insights, and a tailored approach, he ensures you get the results you deserve. Call today at 530-646-7293 or email me at tjacobsrealestateforyou@gmail.com to schedule your free consultation. Your partner in real estate success, Tony Jacobs. eXp Realty of Northern California Incorporated. DRE number 02110892.